it's Alex and I'm here today at my workshop, and as you can tell, the Marina is really high up. It's not at its normal height. It's because I got it up on the ramps. Now I haven't been filming lately because I just haven't really been in the mood, to be honest, but I thought I'd bring you out today, explain what's going on. So on the motorway the other day I had this horrible noise and it sounded like a bearing, wheel bearing, you know. I know I've got dodgy wheel bearings anyway, but it was different. And it sounded like it was coming from that wheel. And I thought, I've done that bearing, why is that making a noise? So I thought maybe it was a dodgy part. So as soon as I got home, oh, excuse me. Oh dear, I'm choking on my own hiccups and burps. Oh dear, sorry. I immediately whipped the hub off and thought, right, we'll just change the bearing in it, because I got another bearing. So I changed the bearing, put it on, didn't make a blind bit of difference. Okay, so I jacked it up at home, supported it, started the engine, put it in gear, ran it, and the noise was very prominent from this wheel over here. It's actually rear off signs. I was like, oh, okay, well, that bearing's properly given up now then. I knew it was bad anyway. So I got it to the workshop, changed the rear wheel bearing, which I'm sorry I didn't film, but I will film when I do the other side. Changed that rear wheel bearing, and a lot of the noise is gone, but there's still a little sort of thud, 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 thud sort of noise, another rotational noise. So again, I supported it on axle stands and the jack, had it running in gear, and it was hard to find the noise. So I used my stethoscope and I probed, and the prop centre bearing, that's what seemed to be making the noise. So I whipped the prop off. It looks like two different props off of a different car, doesn't it? But that's the front prop shaft, that's the rear part of it, and the bearing goes in between. So the bearing actually presses on to this shaft here, and then that goes onto the splines of that. Anyway, I got the new centre bearing. It came yesterday, so we're going to fit that today, and fingers crossed that fixes it. And I must say, getting that old centre bearing off of that shaft was a pain in the bum. I had to cut the rubber off and, well, yeah, just cut all the rubber off so I could find the bearing, and then I could pull the bearing off. But yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare, but all the UJs seem okay. So I say, fingers crossed, this new centre bearing will fix all my problems. Well, we can't do any work without tea now, can we? It's obviously the important thing. I got this new key hook the other day. I can't wait to put that up. I'm going to put that there. Hang keys on it, but I haven't put it up yet. I'm really sorry, by the way, if there's a flickering light. Is it flickering in here? I'm not sure, because I got new LED strip lights fitted. The landlord fitted them. And when my friend Simon was filming in here, it was all flickering, so I hope it's not flickering. I can't see it flickering on my screen, but it might be flickery. So we won't spend too much time in here today, because it would be really annoying if it's just constantly flick, 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 flick. But we will be over here briefly in the vise to try and get that bearing on. I got a new toy. I got a new toy at the charity shop the other day. I got this, so I can put on there what car I'm working on. So today, I'm working on the Morris Marina 1973 1800. Yeah, they only gave me 2 R's in the kit, so it's very annoying. So I've just drawn this R on with a wipeable pen, and it's a very bad R, isn't it? But hey, I couldn't have it as just 1 R. It looked terrible. So there you go. Oh, what have I been buying? As well as pot noodles, I got a mug with a cock on it. It was only 50p. Some chewing gum. I've got a massive bag here. Hang on, if I open it, got a knife down here. I love this old Stanley knife, look at that. Old school. Always cut away from you. Oh, look. Massive bag of Imperial UNF nuts and bolts and washers. So I got fed up. I've only got like metric stuff kicking about new. And I'm just like scraping around to find something Imperial, which is normally second hand. So yeah, I got 600 things in this bag for like, I don't know, 30 something quid. I don't know if that's good or not. And in here is the bearing. Now the other one is mangled, which I'll show you in a minute. This is the Propshaft centre bearing. So the bearing's quite small, it's in there. And it's encased in rubber. You can see they've painted it in the factory and it's all peeling off the rubber, which is just crap, isn't it? But we're not judging that. But yeah, the rubber on my old one was very soft. I could easily move the bearing about. And I think that might have been what the thud, thud, thud was, because the bearing, like this, spins lovely. But the bearing on the old one's quite stiff. Let me see if I can get the old one. Actually, let's put that out. There you go. I had to cut the old one off. I sliced that, but the rubber's very soft and had it, I think. There's the tubey part, which is that bit there, which then went over the bearing. But this bearing, oh, it's not spinning, you know. I can't get it to spin. So that's got to be the problem. It's got to be. Got to be. Bearing was only, this whole thing here, it was only about 50 quid or something. £54 posted. Ugh, greasy. Oh, I've got to try and get that on that prop shaft somehow. This scared me. My stepdad put it in my tool bag, my tool roll. And when I opened it, this fell out. Bloody great cockroach. Whatever. Right, so prop shaft time. Here she is. So the UJs feel really good. This is the only one, is it this one? Yeah, this is the only one that's got a grease nipple. So I did put some extra grease in that. But it looks good. I've marked them all. I just used a grinder just to score a little mark in that one and the rear one. So when I put them back together, they'll be pointing the same way because they're all balanced and everything. That's what these little things are here. These little bits here, they're little weights where they're balanced. There's only one on this one. The rear one's got about 3 on it. Yeah, we need to try and get this onto here nicely. And the Haynes manual just says, drift it on. Okay, drift it on. Make it sound easy. Just drift it on. Just drift it on. Right, I can't clamp it in the vise too hard because we don't want to disfigure the prop. Why are you all the way over there anyway? I know you can hear me because my microphone's there, but come along. Come along. Do you like my rover sign? It's cool, isn't it? I love that. Simon from Smashing Pistons made that light up for me. But he made the lead really short, so even though it's mounted right next to that plug socket there, the lead doesn't reach. So I have to put an extension lead there. He's going to change it for me. I don't know why he made it so short. I was going to put it up there, but I tried and I actually dropped it and I damaged it a bit. It was damaged anyway, but I've damaged it a bit more, which is a shame. So I was like, oh no, I'm just going to put it there. So it's not got too far to fall, and I don't want it falling on customers' cars. Let's put you over here. We don't want you getting in the way, really. Oh, how am I going to do this then? I've got a press, you see, but it's only a small one, and it's quite a long prop. I struggled. I couldn't use my press to press the bearing on my half shaft for the rear wheel bearing. So I had to collar the landlord because he's got a big press. So I used his big press, but even that, we struggled. So yeah, we might have to use the landlord's big press for this, but I say the Haynes manual says drift it on. So, I mean, we've got this big piece here to whack. So if I can get something to go round that, I guess. What have I got that can go over that? Right, I've been trying to find something I can use to drift this on without damaging the bearing, because that's what we don't want to do. We really don't want to damage the bearing. So the bearing's in there, and really it's this bit here we need to sort of push on. I've got this socket here that fits over the metal part, so I'm hoping that'll be good enough to drift this on. I put a little bit of silicone grease, hoping it will slip it on a bit easier. Ooh, wish me luck, Captain. I think it's just pushing the prop along the vise. I don't want to clamp it up too tight. It's getting serious. This doesn't seem to be going on nicely. It's going on. I'm using now 27mm deep socket, and it is going on. It's nearly there. I think I've run out of room. Yeah, because there's a little plastic spacer thing inside this socket. What have I got here? That's not big enough. So 27. Well, it's got to be deep. I'll have to try and get this plastic piece out of this socket and see then if I can use that to finish drifting it in. Ah, there we go. There's a little plastic thing out of there. I don't know what that is. I think it's like the spark plugs. You know, the spark plug socket when you get them. Like a little protector thing for the end of the spark plug. I think that's just a protector for like wheel studs. Right, let's try again. What's that going on? Bugger. It's not just the plastic bit in there. There's another bit in there. Oh, that's so annoying. It's nearly on. Oh, well, put that plastic thing back in there if I can. So I've got these things called expander clamps, and they're for emergency. So if somebody's exhaust snaps in half, you can sort of put that in, do that up, and it will expand and hold the two pieces of exhaust together. Just a temporary thing, really. But it's quite strong, and it's the right size. So I'm going to try and use this as a drift. Bloody nightmare. Oh, I think that might be it. No, let me get my torch. No, there's still a little way to go. What a pain in the bum. Well, the expander clamp worked. So there you go. So my new drifting tool is an expander clamp. Yeah, I'll put it back in here in case I ever need to slash the living crap out of something again. Yeah, bearing is on. Whee! Nice and smooth compared to that old one. Now, I could put this on the car as is and then put the rear prop shaft on. But I think as I took the whole lot off, because I took the rear and the front off together, I think I'll put the rear shaft on now. I think that'll be easier. And then I can put it on the car all as one. It's desperately trying to rain outside, you know. Here's the rear prop. As I say, we've got lots of little marks on there for weights. There's weights on there, sorry, because they are. Oh, I might re-lube that sliding shaft actually. That's a bit manky. Yeah, I'm just going to clean that up and re-lube that. What was I getting at? Yes, I've marked it somewhere, so I know which way it goes. But I've got to play hide and seek with the mark now. There it is. There's my mark. So that goes in line with the mark I've made on the prop shaft number 1. Stay there, prop shaft. So if I find, there he is, prop shaft mark here, and then prop shaft mark there, that will be in about the right place. About there, I reckon. Maybe a little bit further along. What do you reckon? Oh, that looks good. That's in line. That's in line. Nice. Anyway, I'm not going to attach that yet because I'm going to clean up this sliding shaft. Ah, that slides in and out much nicer now. Just cleaned it up and put some fresh grease along it. There's no there's no grease nipple on it. On some of them I've seen they've got a grease nipple on that. It's not on this, but that's fine. That's lubed. That's lubed. I say the UJs all feel good. So let's line this up again. Is there anything I'm forgetting? Not at the minute, I don't think. So I've put a bit of grease on that shaft. What do you reckon? Probably about there, is it? Getting it lined up right. Must be there. Because the yolks look in line. I'd hate to fit it and then suddenly, yes, the noise is gone, but I got a massive vibration. Yeah, that's not right. That's got to be it. That's got to be it there. So, oh God, we're pushing everything off the bloody bench. I've got to that on. Oh dear. Oof. I have to give it a little helping hand perhaps. I don't really want to hit it with a hammer. Wow, that's got it stuck on there now. Put a bit of WD-40 on there. Come on, you. It's dripping. There we go. Go on, my son. No, okay. Let's try and give it a little smack from this end. Yeah, he's going in. I'm only gently tapping it. Whew. I wonder now if I can get the bolt in. That might pull it in. So I've got the bolt, got a locking washer, just needs a clean. And then we've got this little thing here. U-clamp, I think they call it. It's a bit like the thing you hold the brake wheel cylinders on the rear. It's a bit like that. But this basically holds it all in place. So, yes. Let's see, said the blind man. So that's how it goes. It's got the little locky tab on the washer that goes in this slot. I'll try and get that. Oh, hiccups are starting. Yeah, because I think we'll put the bolt in first. I've put grease on it already on the thread of the prop shaft. It's really awkward to do. Right, that's the thread started. That's good. So if I can get that U-clamp in there. There we go. I'm hoping that as I do this up, it brings the splines in. Makes sense. Stay. Right. Get a spanner. It's quite awkward to do this bolt up because you can't do it with the open end of the spanner, and you can't get a ratchet in there. So it's got to be a ring piece. Got to be a ring piece. And it's definitely working. It's definitely pulling the two pieces together, which is what I planned. Make sure it's nice and tight, because we don't want the prop shafts coming apart. Yeah, it's still pulling it in, which is nice. Do you want to see it? There it is. Little bolt in there, that's what holds the two shafts together. Right, before I put the prop shaft on, when I painted it, I didn't put any paint in these holes, because if I ever need to change a UJ, we need to get the circlip out, and if it's painted, it'll be a pain. So I'm going to put oil in there, and it can just sort of lubricate each hole. So yeah, I'm going to do all those now, lubricate all that, and then I can go out to the car and lay on the floor. I've got all the nuts and bolts ready. I've got the original nuts and bolts, they're fine. I cleaned them and greased them and oiled them, and they're all ready to go on. Yes, I've tied my hair back because it's going to get messy under there. It's a bit windy. It's been trying to rain. So, yay, can't wait. Oh, I'll put some goggles on.